Tory Lanez was born in Canada but lived in the States for most of his life. After his mom's passed, he had to move around a lot due to his father becoming an ordained minister and missionary. He kind of became like a problem child after getting kicked out of a couple of schools. He wound up living in Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, and Jamaica, Queens, New York for a little while. He was eventually forced to move back to Canada because of behavioral issues though. He was on his own for a while and tried working anywhere, from Wendy's to Denny's and anywhere else just to bring some money in. From no school to losing his job to having a couple of court cases, he then turned to music. He built a low-budget studio with just a computer and a microphone in his aunt's basement and just recorded non-stop for like a year. He dropped his first mixtape and went down to Miami for spring break to sell his music and get some CDs out. After releasing some music and videos, Sean Kingston wound up catching on to him. He said he was going to sign him, but nothing happened. Then after traveling to LA, one day his phone started going crazy because he was on World Star and Justin Bieber was rapping some of his bars that he stole from him. And the headline was Justin Bieber gets exposed. Sean Kingston hits him up and pushes the button on signing him ASAP. He's going to do the deal with Sean Kingston and Justin Bieber, but Bieber was too young at the time, so Sean Kingston made it happen. At the time, he was getting some comparisons to Drake and challenged Drake after Drake called him his little brother, and he felt like Drake was trying to son him. He challenged him for $10,000, but nothing happened. And after the first 2 years of releasing music and videos, he was still broke and living with his uncle in a small room in LA. A little while later, his uncle kicked him out, and he went back to Canada for a year to regroup and come back to LA. He linked up with a manager and with the owner of Pink Dolphin, who had wanted to invest in him, so they started making some moves together. Fast forward, they went their separate ways business-wise, but the streets started finding out that Tory was the guy to go to for the hooks. It got to the point when all the big-name artists was having one of his hooks. At this time, he had dropped Conflicts of My Soul mixtape and moved to Miami with a girl while still being homeless. After linking with an engineer and dropping Chicks Tape 2, he was still trying to make it, but ain't make it up through there yet, and money-wise was still struggling. He then pulled out a couple of more songs that did well for him. The money and the shows started pouring in. Then some big music executives started wanting to be a part of his movement. Then he got signed to Interscope and Universal, him as an artist, and the other deal was with his label. He revisited the Drake situation with a diss song, a freestyle on Shade 45 with Sway in the Morning. Drake responded back in a song called Summer 16 with a subliminal diss to Tory and a direct shot at Meek Mill. Tory Lanez fired back, and when asked about it, he just mentioned that rap is a contact sport and needs here to be on top. In 2016, Tory got into a little back and forth with the singer Jacquees, but they deaded their beef. Him and Travis Scott had words, and they put that to rest. And in 2017, him and Drake deaded their beef and called a truce. In 2018, him and the rapper Joyner Lucas went back and forth, and then him and the rapper Don Q traded diss tracks. He was known for his singing, but his rapping skills was getting noticed too. His beats was coinciding with his music, but he kept dropping music and getting his buzz up in the industry. After finishing his label obligations, Tory Lanez was independent and on fire. He's been seen with some women and was getting known for his wild party lifestyle. And one of the rumors floating around was he was dating Megan Thee Stallion. They was definitely together a lot, but they didn't make any public statements. But one night they was out together at a pool party with Kylie Jenner and some friends. Megan claimed that she was in Tory's car with him, his bodyguard, and her friend, and that the four were arguing. And Megan, who was in the front seat, left the car. She alleged that Tory Lanez then shot her through the car's back window. Megan at first told the cops that she cut her foot on some glass because she didn't want to get anybody in trouble. Tory Lanez got arrested for carrying a concealed weapon in a car but not shooting Megan. But after she said Tory Lanez people tried to put out bogus reports, she felt like she had enough. Megan gave her account of the story to the detective of what happened and also said that Tory Lanez tried to bribe her. When she gave her side of the story publicly, cancel culture went to work. Rappers, music artists, industry execs, and media outlets went in on the rapper/singer, and they looked downhill from there because this would be the first time in hip-hop, and with all his beefs being with men and him shooting a woman, it didn't look good for him. But he non-stop denied it, and some of the witnesses denied it, and the story started looking a little sketchy. Tory Lanez then addressed the incident in the album, and his numbers went through the roof. And since the incident, his numbers was going up. And at one point, hers was falling short. He kept applying pressure musically, and it's been everywhere. It looked like he's still accepted amongst his peers. It looks like the public is 50-50 on it and letting it be innocent until proven guilty on this one. On October 8th, 2020, there was a major development in the investigation. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office announced felony assault and gun charges against Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is due back in court on April 5th, 2022. His team and Megan's team have been going back and forth taking jabs at each other online, but the truth still hasn't come out. Did he shoot her or not? Right now, is he still on top? Or did cancel culture work on him? Or did he beat it? Like, subscribe, comment, surviving the game.